Such a pleasure again. What brings you to my dungeon?
You and I have some business to discuss, Mr. Craig. Can I call you Jerry?
I think you and I have no further business, except to thank you for access to the cable franchise. It worked out beautifully.
For you. Because you're a sadist. The rest of us are not having such a great day. I never would have taken your money if I'd known what you were going to do.
Well, if I hadn't gone on the air to announce it, I mean, nobody would have known that days were numbered.
Yeah, because you poisoned them.
Consider it a public service.
Well, when people call me a sociopath...
Do you know, the only thing that went awry is that I couldn't complete my broadcast.
What would you have said if you hadn't run into technical difficulties?
Well, to be more accurate, I ran into Jason Morgan's fist.
Shame he didn't kill you.
Such hostility doesn't bode well for a successful negotiation.
Fine. Let's negotiate. What do you want in exchange for the antidote?
I'll tell you what I want. 88,111,000. If you're having trouble picturing it, that's 2 8s, 3 1s, 3 zeros.
Why such a crazy number?
I'd say it's one of great significance to my family.
Let me get this straight. You want almost 100 million. Why not just ask for the whole thing?
Well, you know, I didn't want to be unreasonable.
Oh,
what about you? You're a wealthy man.
Well, not that wealthy.
Well, no lives that you want to save?
My kids are out of town, thankfully, and the one that lives here, she's on her way to Vegas.
There's no one else you care about?
There might be someone. Not sure. But even then, that still only makes 2, including myself.
And what about your friends in the 1%?
Friends?
Can't you convince them to cooperate?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of friends.
Well, you'd be surprised how many people will want your friendship when they discover that you can acquire the cure.
Yeah, I just want them to love me for who I really am.
Well, perhaps you can convince the local law enforcement to sign in on the crusade. They seem to think that... You all right? They seem to think that if I sit still long enough, that I'll give them the counter-agent, or they'll find it. They won't. By the way, how are you feeling?
I'm fine. Just fine.
Then you'd better make up your mind very quick. Pay the cash, or bargain with God. If I were you, I'd put my faith in the money and raise lots of cash while you still can.
Fine. I'll get you your money, although I'm not sure what you're going to do with it in here.
Oh, it's a temporary stay, I can assure you.
Right. You have an exit strategy.
Of course, always.
So, I'm here. Deal with me. Now, I'm not exactly sure how you weaseled your way in here, but time's up. Let's go.
Is that Sweet Sam? Oh, I missed you. You look a little pale, though. Are you still on board with the lieutenant's plan?
Go to hell.
Oh, come on. Where's your killer with a heart of gold, darling?
Just go, Sam. I'll deal with it.
I thought you wanted to die in Jason's arms. Sam? Are we not on speaking terms? Darling? I guess not. Not the cards. Come on. Could you please get me a chess set, rock climbing magazines, something?
The dead man's hand. In case you forgot how much money you're trying to extort.
Well, it's a good number. Meant a lot to dear old Dad.
He loved you, Jerry.
He loved you more. Oh, come on, come on. Yeah. Don't deny it. We all adored you. Now, you were the best of us, Jax. And we wanted you to have a charmed life, you know? Even if it meant cutting a few corners along the way. You weren't supposed to know how bad he was. And when you found out, wasn't a surprise that Dad put the blame on me and cut me loose. He wanted you to retain the illusion that he was a good man.
Why can't you let him rest in peace? What does terrorizing innocent people have to do with our father?
Our father would be proud that his cards inspired my asking price.
I really don't think so, Jerry.
You know, that man put more faith in the dead man's hands than he did anyone or anything else. So by putting faith into it too, I'm honoring...
You could have honored him by showing up on his deathbed. He asked for you. You know that, right?
He asked and I was there. Right there. I saw you at his bedside making promises that you couldn't keep.
I promised Dad I'll find the dead man's hand and bring it back to you. Now I'll get you better. You just gotta hold on a little longer, okay? Dr. Keenan.
Yes, Mr. Jackson.
I know this might sound crazy, especially to a psychiatrist, but my father believes that his life depends on something called the dead man's hand.
He mentioned it. Yes, I'm familiar.
Okay, good. I'm getting very close to finding it, and I promised my dad that I would bring it to him. I just need you to help him hold on to hope until I return.
No, of course. And I promise I'll do everything I can to make sure he gets the best care he deserves.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
You passed me in the hall and you didn't recognize me because I'd already changed my face.
You were there and you didn't tell me?
Why would I?
Because I needed your help. We could have tracked those cards down together, Jerry.
Why would I do that? Because I was the one who stole them in the first place. Oh, not by myself. A.J. Quartermain helped.
You knew how much those stupid cards meant to Dad.
Right. I was the one who was left out in the cold. Remember? Huh? I took the fall for Dad's misdeeds. So I think I'm entitled to a little compensation.
Losing those cards broke him, Jerry. He lost the will to live because of you.
I think you might want to drop this, little brother, if you don't want to get your heart broken.
You son of a bitch. You killed our father.
No, Jax. You did.
I was trying to save him, Jerry.
Oh, come on, you were so desperate that you put all your faith in that psychiatrist that Lady Jane Hyde. The one, who was just supposed to shrink his depression. Remember? Dr. Ewan Keenan.
I knew that name. He was one of Dad's doctors.
And his executioner.